top 6 here. Second line go forward. My Red Hero, Pirates Curse, Dusty Gambler, and Miva Sydney to the outside. All trapped away. Salua rolls. Second heat of a collar. Good luck to all connections. Let's hope you're one of the 4. Ready now. And racing pretty quickly away there. Out wide was Trip to Eden. Vince Vaughan wants to rally the pace early up the inside of runners. Argus Filch trying to run between them now. Dusty Gambler out wider on the track is Miva Sydney. Nighthawk Rose has got well back in the field with My Red Hero and Pirates Curse back to last up the straight the first time. Trip to Eden, but Dusty Gambler round the outside. He grabs the lead on the bend out of the straight. Vince Vaughan remains in third spot. Back on the inside of runners. Argus Filch. 2 or 3 back in the race to Miva Sydney. Further back then 2. My Red Hero. Last 2 are Nighthawk Rose with plenty to do, and Pirates Curse across the top. Dusty Gambler, he's 5 lengths in front of Trip to Eden, who stays on well into a clear third. Argus Filch further back then to Vince Vaughan. Head of the others Miva Sydney, but Dusty Gambler on the turn. He's still 3 in front, trying hard. Trip to Eden, he's knocking up Dusty Gambler, but he'll hold. Dusty Gambler flying. Argus Filch in a photo with Trip to Eden. They were followed across the line by Pirates Curse, may have qualified. That was a big run. Then came Miva Sydney. Further back then we would have had My Red Hero, Nighthawk Rose, and Vince Vaughan got very tired as well. Dusty Gambler will win, but he's only run 47.85, and boy, he was walking late, but he did enough to score. Argus Filch has that stormed home and hit the line. Trip to Eden stuck on very well too, and you'll find Pirates Curse will also qualify. They said the dog would run 1,000, and gee, as it stormed home late in the piece too. 18.80 was the lead up. 30.75 was the mid-section, and 17.10 on the way home. So quicker early sectionals and mid-sectionals in the previous, but slower time overall. 47.85 they've run. Still no number up on the board for second, but it will be 6 will hold over the 1 and the 7. It's very tight thereafter, and 4 has finished 4th. Dusty Gambler, a black dolled by Collision from Dusty Retreat. Gary Harding.
Thank you. 47.85. The winner's time there, 47.47. Ring the bells, winning time in heat number 1. Back there for race number 11 at 3:37. In the meantime, 4 minutes to Avondale 7 and Beat Peak. Couple of nice multis finishing up here. A $5 multi, Ego Princess to Toro Pearl, Call Me Bob, finishing on Inaminka to return 10,000, and the same punter, $5, Ego Princess to Toro Pearl, Call Me Bob, into 230 to return 7,500. And to be honest, I actually really like 230 on an each way basis today. I thought he trialled up really well here before he had his 2 runs back this preparation. He finally gets a track that's probably going to suit him, and he's just slightly back in grade today. I thought he was a little each way play here.
Yeah, he's a horse that's got my money plenty of times, 230. He's a runner that I've always had a bit of a soft spot for. So, yeah, Jonathan Riddell doing the riding with the 59.5 kilos. For him, 7:52.10. Yeah, he's in the race for sure. There's quite a number of wet track gallopers here. If you've been waiting for that track that you can probably dive into. Look, another one of those horses I think is Inaminka, number 14. Seriously, this horse has been waiting for a heavy track like this, and maybe it is today. And interesting to see that same punter took a little saver with 230, and also played Inaminka as well. So, yeah, good luck. $5 to return 10K. If Inaminka can get up, and that was through Ego Princess taking out race number 2 on the program. Te Toro Pearl, he was able to win as well, and that was in race number 4 of the day, and Call Me Bob winning the previous race. Not sure if we've got those numbers through yet in the silver collar heat. Dusty Gambler, of course, went into the heats as the pre-post favourite, got to the front of the lap out, and they were coming. Boy, there were some runs in the race I can tell you the 1 did grab that second position, so it's 6-1-7, and Pirates Curse from a long way back has run into 4th position to qualify for the collar next week. Okay, George, to you, a couple of minutes away from start time, and yeah, this is a nice race. It's because of probably some of these horses we're going to see a fair bit of over the next couple of months, and some of them have been looking for these track conditions.
Exactly. We've been trying to pick out the wet trackers throughout the day, but in this race there's a number of them that can handle these track conditions. So Well, I went with number 12, Arctic Storm, as my top selection this morning. Kavish Chowdhury's already ridden a winner, and the last few runs have had merit attached to them. So, yeah, I thought 12, Arctic Storm, ahead of the 5, which is Switch in Time. Nigel Tiley, Matt Cameron combining in this. And Nigel had a winner earlier today. 16, She's All Clang, I'll put into 3rd. Sam Weatherly takes the ride. And number 2, 230. Yeah, I found a spot for it in my top 4 as well. It's a horse that can handle these sort of track conditions. 4 starts on a heavy track for 2 wins and 2 placings from the Sean and Emma Clotworthy team at Barley Park, and Jonathan Riddell aboard. So 12, 5, 16 and 2. Good luck to that punter with those $5 multis.
Yeah, a couple of nice little multis there for a Queen's Birthday Monday. Look, now it looks like we've got a dead heat here for second. So it's actually a dead heat on the 1 and the 7. So full result there, just scrolling through from heat number 2 of the Silver Collar. So 1-6 Quinella 270, 6-7 Quinella's paid $2, 6-1-7 Trifecta 23.80, 6-7-1 Trifecta 23.80, 6-1-7-4 first 4 46.60, and the 6-7-1-4 first 4 at $65.70. Arctic Storm's at $4.80. Ran a very good race on what has probably been our wettest track in the north so far, and that was at Rotorua when finishing into 3rd position. To be honest, probably today's now pushing that favourite tag anyway, with the conditions we have here this afternoon. So $5.72, a host of other horses with good chances here, and what is an even race. A rating 65. The Avondale Sunday market's over 13.60. Here's George.
Thanks, Brendan. As the last 3 now to come into line. Switch in Time about to go up. Code of Honour and Mr. Duel. They'll be the last 2 to load away. So Mr. Duel about to complete the line. They're locked and loaded, the Avondale Sunday markets. Gates open immediately, they're off. Aston Park won the race for the early lead. Going with it is Switch in Time and Prodigal Son. Inaminka lands handy to them as well, with Sun Jeans kicking up along the inside, then followed out by Moose. A length off those next is Code of Honour, followed by 230, and then Mr. Duel. A length away back over on the inside is She's All Clang from Arctic Storm. 3 lengths away, Saki Star. A further 3 lengths back then to Sacre-Cœur with So Keep 'Em, and last of all is Miss Campbell. 900 metres to go. Pacemakers, they're about 4 deep out in front here. Sun Jeans over on the inside. Out a bit deeper on the track is Aston Park. The Prodigal Son out deeper, and only a length off those is Moose, followed round by Switch in Time, becoming prominent. 230s in that group as well from along the inside. She's All Clang. Then Inaminka. Arctic Storm looks to improve as they come to the corner. Further back in the field then is Mr. Duel, followed well back now by Sacre-Cœur. Code of Honour back with them also. Saki Star from Miss Campbell, and So Keep 'Em is last. Homeward bound, 350 to go, and Sun Jeans got away here, leads by 3 lengths. Looking to hunt it down is Switch in Time. Further out then is 230 with it also as they come down the straight. Prodigal Son. Sun Jeans a leader, but Switch in Time is coming after it quickly now. They're the 2 fighting out the business end of the race. Running on latest 230. Further back then to Aston Park. Sun Jeans and Switch in Time having a great battle. Sun Jeans, Switch in Time at the line. Oh, nothing between them. Sun Jeans and Switch in Time either way. 3rd over was 230. Then a line-up for 4th we had Aston Park, and right with it also was She's All Clang. Mr. Dulsaki Star ran on late, and behind those Moose. With them also was Arctic Storm, then Prodigal Son, So Keep Me. Further out Sacre-Cœur, then Inaminka, Code of Honour, and back near the tail was Miss Campbell. Gee, this has been a battle. We've seen a couple of 2-horse wars today. This is another one. Sun Jeans and Switch in Time. Let's have a look at it as they head down towards the post. And they're saying the outside, Switch in Time has just got there. Switch in Time from Sun Jeans. And gee, they had a great battle. 3rd at the line will be 230, and Aston Park will be 4th, just ahead of Mr. Duel. Another great battle for 1st and 2nd, but they're saying Switch in Time. Matt Cameron, Nigel Tiley picks up a 2nd winner for the day.
He has. What a great battle it was between Sun Jeans and also Switch in Time for Matt Cameron, of course, who started the day as the $1.25 favourite in the Jockeys Challenge. And potentially that could be enough for him to be able to win this J Challenge now. He pushed out to around about 360 at one stage, and he gets up here with this runner in Switch in Time. Over the top of the 10, which was Vinnie Colgan doing the riding of Sun Jeans, 2:30 finishing into third. And Aston Park, one of the roughies, into fourth position. Great battle down the line, but a win to Nigel Tiley, his second after winning the previous with Call Me Bob, this time with Switch in Time. Just get that confirmation that's coming through from Tommy Thompson, and yep, the 5 will get the prize. Last race of the day, race number 8, is set down to start at 4 minutes past 4, the westbrook.co.nz, over 1,200 metres, but Trevor will pass it to you because we're under a minute away from start time. Race number 10 at Addington.
For today's feature, the Garrett's Connie Smallridge Memorial Ashburton Cup. Favourite Dinah Dave of box number 3. He's looked very impressive winning his last couple. $2.50 and $1.30. 3.10 Tom T, 4.40 Avenger Bale. And they're about to be called forward. Paddle Beater will have the inside here. Dinah Dave, Opava Timo, Bookie Monster, Ego Maniacal, Tom T and Avenger Bale. So box number 5 will be vacant, just the 7 runners for the Ashburton Cup, Garrett's Connie Smallridge Memorial Ashburton Cup. And they're about to come forward now. 520 metres. Dinah Dave, the winner of 9 from 19. Favourite here. 3.10, 2.20 on the book. Although there is late money there for Tom T, into 2.80. So Tom T's gone favourite late on the tote, but a clear favourite with the bookmakers, Dinah Dave at $2.20, as Dinah Dave just eases out to about $3.10. Up they come. Last couple been boxed up. Garrett's Connie Smallridge Memorial Ashburton Cup. Green light through to the control tower. The Lewis set in motion. They're about to jump. Ready, set, and racing. Best out was Bookie Monster, followed out there by Ego Maniacal and Tom T. Dinah Dave trying to get through, was followed down on the inside there by Panel Beater. Round the bend out of the straight they go, a couple of lengths away. They were followed back in the field. Now Panel Beater just drifts a bit as down the back they go, and Bookie Monster, look at Dinah Dave, or he's just found his way through the gap and goes to the lead now. Round the outside, Ego Maniacal, further back Tom T, but into the straight. Oh, he's a good one. He races away. Dinah Dave by 5 will beat Ego Maniacal. Tom T might have grabbed third. Bookie Monster, Panel Beater. They're followed apart with Timo, Avenger Bale last, and the Garrett's Connie Smallridge Memorial Cup for 2018.
So the Ashburton Cup goes to Craig Roberts and Brendan Wheeler. This one, Dinah Dave, grabbing win 10 at start number 20 today. Betting the 4, heads up, heads down for third. Maybe the 6 will go provisionally there. 3, 4 and 6 after the running of race number 10, the feature there. Off we go to Manukau. For race number 11 on the card, Zipping Veto is the favourite here at $3 with 3 minutes to bet. Jason, back with you just to quickly get your thoughts on those 2 heats of the Duke of Edinburgh Silver Collar. Obviously the second heat was run slightly quicker early on, but a slower overall time. So there's a bit to assess there, I guess, but gee, you couldn't have been happier with Ring the Bell taking out the first heat, surely.
Yeah, that's right. It was that good, Daryl. It's almost made me change my pick for the final. Look, just depends what sort of track we get here next Sunday and the recovery rates for some of these greyhounds. But hard not to be impressed with the 2 heat winners, really. Ring the Bell, he jumped straight onto the lure, and he was just too good for them over the whole trip, really. He extended out that 5 or 6 length margin down the back, and he won by 3 3/4 in the end. But the thing that I liked is that he still looked just as strong past the winning post as what he did sort of 200 metres before that. So he was brilliant, and he should only improve going into the final. Dusty Gambler, well, his mid-race sections were quite brilliant. 30.75, he ran at his mid-section. He got back a little early, and then he boomed into the race sort of up the straight the first time, and once he got to the lead, it was race over, you'd think. But that whole lap of the track, he was starting to get pretty tired up the home run, and there was some dogs making ground on him. Trip to Eden was fantastic. He looked to be grinding away most of the way, Trip to Eden, and that was just more like his Australian form here today. He kept going, and by gee, he was making ground on Dusty Gambler. So was Argus Filch. That was the run of the race, certainly outside the winner. Making up plenty of ground was Argus Filch, and certainly no problem with the 779 metres you'd think on that run, and of course got into dead heat with Trip to Eden. And Pirate's Curse made up truckloads of ground too. The word certainly was that Pirate's Curse was a greyhound. If they had the old 987 metre race here again, that Pirate's Curse would win that. So I think that money was certainly right on it, the way it steamed home at the end. But it's probably not a winning chance in the final. I think you'd probably get it down to Ring the Bell, Dusty Gambler, and I guess depends what Christiane Cyborg does. She just seems to find so much trouble in her races, and that cost her 3 or 4 lengths this afternoon. So yep, we'll look forward to that final next Sunday, but gutted I won't be here actually. I'll be watching it from Nelson, I'm sure, but what a final it's going to be. The 779 metres, and that box draw will be taking place in the next half an hour here on course 2, so we'll give you all the news for that as it comes to hand. We're not far out from the feature class race on the afternoon. Good race this as the sun comes out too, just in time. Look, I like Very Choosy off the inside from box 1. I think will be a very, very good chance today. Of course, we know he doesn't quite get any further than basically 600 metres, Very Choosy, so hence they didn't go with the collar for him. He does cramp up at 527 metres, right in his wheelhouse, and from this box draw today, he should be right in the fight. Certainly Zipping Vito's been ultra impressive. Cameo Sid, who gave plenty of cheat here before Zipping Vito came back and beat him last Sunday, and Beautiful Boy back here to Manukau. I think we'll see a better run from the boy this afternoon, and he's definitely a player in the race too. I've left out Over Indulgence today. I've been his #1 fan the last few weeks, Over Indulgence, but this is a bit of a step up in quality for him today. And 25, the smoky in the race, no doubts about it, at 17s and $3.40, a big run here last week, and once again draws out in box number 8. That box draw for the collar, just hearing the on-course announcements that it will be after race 12. So before the last on trackside 2, we'll give you the box draw. So boxing up here for the Mount Wellington TAB Stakes. And the favourite here is, well, a bit of a toss-up between Very Choosy and Zipping Vito. All trapped away, set for race 11. Fighting over someone else downstairs, but anyway, we'll press on. Almost set to go. Racing, Very Choosy out pretty well, but early speed there from Cameo Sid and Zipping Kirby. Round the outside of them, Beautiful Boy. 25 gets handy too, but taking them round in front is Cameo Sid. In second spot now is Beautiful Boy. Right there on the outside of them now is 25, about 3 lengths away to Very Choosy. Off the track a little now is Zipping Vito. Further away in the field, Over Indulgence 2 at the tail. Zipping Kirby, Opawa Jimbo. Up to the home turn they come, and Cameo Sid's left them. 4 lengths in front, Very Choosy coming strongly. Cameo Sid, Very Choosy, Cameo Sid holds on from Very Choosy. Third Zipping Vito. They were followed across the line by 25, Opawa Jimbo running on. Then Over Indulgence. Further back then to the last couple in, they were Zipping Kirby and Beautiful Boy. Cameo Sid, gee, Very Choosy was thundering home, but Cameo Sid will hold. 5 will beat the 1. 4, Zipping Vito, who got out wide, but he's run third, and 8, 25, the next to go by. No time up on the board, unfortunately, so we'll send that down the line, but it will be 5, 1, 4, and 8, the numbers here after race 11. Race 12 for us, the Oaks at 5 to 4.
Look forward to that. Thank you.